Next to the rich text group is the records group. The first button is again another split button. Top button will automatically refresh all. If you click the bottom half, you'll see three options: refresh all, refresh, and synchronize. If you've made some changes to your records, you can click one of these options to have Access 2007 refresh the data list. Next to the refresh, let me click off there real quick, you'll see the new button. This creates a new record in the table. Below that you have save, and you'll see sometimes on the ribbon Access 2007 will show you a keyboard shortcut. If you notice for save it says Shift Enter. If you apply Shift Enter on your keyboard, you can do the same function as if you had pressed this command button. Below that is delete. This deletes the item. Now this is a very careful button that you need to be aware of. If you click the arrow on this one, you see three options: delete, delete record, and delete column. Depending upon what has the focus at the moment, you could be deleting data in a field. You could be deleting an entire object in the navigation pane. So you do need to be careful about this button. Make sure you're selecting what you need to select. I'm going to click off there. Up here you'll see the Totals button. This Totals button allows you to add totals to your fields. Beneath there, you'll see the Spelling button. The Spelling button also has a shortcut key on the keyboard for F7. The Spelling button will spell check the contents of the particular control that has the focus at the moment. Right now we have our focus in the Notes control, so if I was to click this button, Access would spell check the contents. Right now there's nothing in there. Beneath the Spelling button is the More button. This one has an arrow on it, and you'll see there's quite a few options in here. Add from Outlook. This is a nice new feature of Access 2007. You can actually add some information directly from Outlook into your Access 2007 database. There's two options there: add from Outlook and save as Outlook contact. Row height, similar to Excel, it expands or contracts the row height of the table data sheet. Subdata sheets, these are when you're working with table design view, you can add subdata sheets for related tables. Hide columns, if you wanted to hide the specific column that was showing on screen right now, you can hide it. If you needed to unhide columns that you've previously hidden, you can select this option. Beneath unhide columns is freeze and then unfreeze, and these are all very similar Excel 2007 commands. The same with column width. Column width will expand and contract the width of the particular column in table datasheet view. I'm going to click the arrow again to dismiss that one. Next to the records group is the sort and filter group. This particular group allows you to apply filters to your data, sort your data. You'll be using these features quite a bit when we get into the queries area. The very first button is the ascending button, and you can sort this particular column A to Z ascending. Next, we have descending. And below that, we have clear all sorts. If you have any sorts applied to the data, you can click this button to clear any sorts. This big funnel button is called the filter button, and you can filter data based on any number of different situations. And we'll discuss this when we talk about queries. Up here in the upper right corner of the sort and filter group is the selection button. If you click this one, you'll see two options: equals blank and does not equal blank. When you have specific data selected or highlighted in a field, these options will change, and we'll discuss these as we get into the queries area. Advanced has quite a few options in here. You'll see clear all filters, filter by form, apply filter sort, advanced filter sort, and several that deal with loading queries, saving queries, deleting a particular tab, clear grid, and close. A lot of these options, here again, we will discuss when we get into queries. I'm going to click this to dismiss that one. If you apply any filter to your data, immediately after you do that, this toggle filter button becomes highlighted. And so you can click that button to disengage the filter that's applied. Finally, on the Home tab is the Find group. The first button has a binoculars, and this allows you to find specific data. Next to that is Replace. The Replace command works with the Find button to replace all instances of a specific text string with new data. Beneath the Replace button is a Go To button. Again, this one also has an arrow, and here you can move around a table or query or form or report by going First Record, Previous Record, Next Record, Last Record, And here again, New Record. This is the same command that you see over on the Records group for New. I'm going to click that off. Beneath the Go To button is the Select button, and this has two options. You can select or select all. We'll use these commands more when we discuss forms and reports later in this series.